Hey guys, it's Becky and I'm coming at you with my 8-week, 2-month post-op VSG surgery update, whatever you want to call it. And I apologize, I'm obviously driving to work and the camera's in a really precarious spot because I can't figure out how y'all hang these cameras and they don't shake all over the place. And this is probably still going to be shaky, so I apologize for that. So jumping right into my stats, my highest ever weight was 320 back in December of last year, 2016. My pre-op diet start weight on May 30th was 295.2. My day of surgery weight was 284 even. That was on June 6th, 2016. Last week I came in at 252.4, and today, sadly, I'm at 252.8, which is a 0.4 pound gain, which I am not pleased about. However, I can see why I have a gain. My eating was not necessarily bad. I did have a couple of days of snacking that I could have done without, and I'm sure that didn't help the situation. I've also increased my exercising. So Monday I went and I had leg day, which I'm still suffering, in a good way, of course. I've been running. In fact, on Sunday, I did a 5K with my daughter. She's 6, and we killed it. I mean, killed it as much as I could. I did impress myself. I'm not going to discount the fact that, I couldn't run the whole thing. I wasn't prepared for it, but I am going to give myself props because I ran the first mile, and I probably could have ran further, but Allison was just a little too tired to continue just running. So I will give myself props that we got through the first mile without stopping, and that was a big achievement for me. Because I think only twice, this is the second time in my life that I've ever been able to run a mile without stopping. So speaking of exercise, and I got my bike out. I went and rode my bike for the third time since I've owned it. The first time I rode it, I took it to the park, and they have like a 5-mile loop, and I made it like a quarter mile in before I had to turn back because I didn't think that it was possible for me to go any further. I was already tired. The second time I rode it was just around our block, and now our block is big. I mean, it's over a mile, but it's just around the block. And so Sunday I took it out and I took it back to the park for that loop, and I finished that loop. I also fell off my bike. Talk about a kick to the ego. Fell off my bike, busted up my knee, had to fight back some tears, mainly from like kind of embarrassment, I guess. One person saw me, and I didn't really care necessarily that they saw me. They weren't like pointing and laughing. She actually, asked if I was okay and kept on about her business, but just, I don't know. It was embarrassing to me. But I got back on and finished my route. So anyway, I've definitely increased my activity level, and therein I've increased my snacking. So I've got to work on one and keep on fighting the other. So in a lot of videos that I've seen, as I binge watch everyone's weight loss videos, they talk about around week 6, 7, 8, whatever, they get this like surge of energy, and I haven't felt tired. I haven't felt exhausted. I haven't felt run down. I haven't felt any kind of way that would make me think that I needed more energy. But I will tell you, on Sunday, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. The race was at 7:30. So, got up at 6, got myself ready, got my daughter ready. We got to the race. We had our race. It took us 46 minutes to finish. And as soon as I got home, I started cleaning out the garage. My mother-in-law jumped in and helped. And that took probably a good solid 4 hours, maybe 3 hours to get the garage cleaned up. I had to go to dump stuff because there was a lot of big items. And then, you know, my bike is always there. I always see my bike. I have to walk around my bike. But I was like, you know, I'm going to get my bike out today. And damn it, that's what I did. I aired up those tires and I took the bike up to the park and rode the trail. And I got home and I still had energy, and I was like, there's nothing else left for me to do today. I just had an insane amount of energy. It was crazy. If I have energy like that every day, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I just could not sit down. I mean, it felt good, don't get me wrong. I got a lot accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished, but damn. Luckily I had to go to work Monday, so I had something to do with my time. Anyway, I just found that was very odd that sure as shit I had an excess of energy, and I don't necessarily think I'm like super energetic right now, but I mean, I'm not going home and just being lazy. I'm going home and I'm jogging, or I'm mowing, or I'm doing some kind of project when I get home. One thing I did this last weekend that I really enjoyed and was kind of excited about was that I went to this little shop in my town. It's called Revive Boutique, and it's kind of a consignment shop, but they also sell new clothes. And they're not like name brand clothes. I don't know, I don't recognize the names of these clothes. So it's just someone making these clothes, right? I don't, they're not mass marketed, I don't think. But they're cute, they're really cute. But then they sell these, you know, used clothing at discounted prices. And I normally would not ever go to a shop like that because rarely do you find good quality used clothing in large sizes, at least in my experience. But I have been following them on Facebook, and they've shown a couple of things that they carry that I really like, and they mentioned that their sizes go all the way up to like 3X. And I'm like, huh, well, I'm not in a 3X anymore. I can pretty much fit into an extra large. It's a little snug, but it doesn't look horrible. So why not go see? So I go to this clothing store, and I found a couple of things that I liked. I got a tank top that was an extra large. Now this tank top, I probably could have wore it as a 3X. Wore an extra large when I was a 3X. Just because it was such a flowy kind of tank top. like it had added panels in the sides to make it flowy, so it fit extra big. I found this most cutest freaking mesh shirt. I would never consider wearing mesh as an obese person, and I'm still obese, but I'll be damned if this thing isn't the cutest thing. I think it's gonna take another 10 pounds before I can like really rock it and look comfortable in it, but it is so freaking cute. And then I got this these jeans, right? So I'm looking at their jeans, and I'm looking, I don't remember what section I was in. I know I was in like between 16 and like 22, like on that rack, and you know, they had it divided out, but I don't know where I was on that rack. But these jeans are size 34, 32, and I'm like, they're not men's jeans. I know how men's jeans size like that. They're women's, and I don't understand that size. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go try them on. And they're skinny jeans, and first and foremost, they're skinny jeans. So I know I'm gonna have to like kind of squeeze myself into them a bit. They fit my legs wonderfully. Like, my legs have never really been a problem. I mean, they're big legs, but they are shapely. If I'm going to pat myself on the back, I'm going to say I have shapely legs. So they fit my legs fine, but I carried most of all my weight in my gut area, right? I'm like an apple shape. So I was able to get them buttoned and zipped, and I could still breathe and move and sit and bend and do all the things that you should do while you're wearing pants. But I've had a very distinct muffin top. Now, with the tank top that I bought, the extra flowy tank top, you couldn't tell that I had this muffin top, which was fantastic. So I went ahead and I bought the jeans, and I'm asking the girl at the woman at the checkout, what size are these? Like, I don't understand your European sizes. And she looks at her little chart on the wall, and she says, well, a 34 is like maybe like a 17, 18, which at that point I would have been fine. I'm pleased with that. That's still a far cry better than a 24. And a girl in the back hollers out, well, I'm a 14, 16, and I can wear those. And I'm like, okay, well, that's going a little too far. Like, I will give myself some amount of credit, but I'm not going to by any means say that I can fit into a 14 or 16, because that's just not where I am in this journey yet. So I will settle for a 17, 18 in a name brand jean, which I don't think I've ever owned a name brand jean in a normal size, except for when I was like, you know, I don't even think I could when I was a kid. Like, I was still in plus sizes when I was in high school and probably in junior high. Anyway, so that's a first for me. I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, we're getting our treadmill delivered today. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get home. I am really hoping that my oldest and my mother-in-law pluck up and put it together when it gets delivered, so it's done by the time I get home. Otherwise, I have a project on my hands when I get home. So I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just have visions of me just running on this damn thing to my heart's content. The end of July, every year apparently, they have a women's only triathlon in Kansas City. It's called the Win for Casey, and It's not like the Ironman triathlon or anything like that. Again, it's women only. And I don't know what a normal triathlon involves as far as like distances for everything. I just know it's running, swimming, and biking in whatever order it's supposed to be in. Well, excuse me, a gal I went to high school with, she coaches women for these triathlons, and it kind of inspired me, coupled with the fact that I did this 5K on Sunday, that, you know, it gives me a solid year to train for this triathlon. The main thing I have to work on, I mean, outside of, yes, I need to, you know, work on my running and biking and whatnot, I am not a strong swimmer, so I have to become a strong swimmer somehow. And it's in open water, so I know that's a little bit different than swimming in a pool, but at least I can start in a pool and work my way up to, you know, swimming the distance. I think in this race it's 500 meters, which to me doesn't sound very far, and it's not very far, but when you're not a strong swimmer, I know it's gonna be a rough one for me. And then it's a 10-mile bike ride, which I'm already halfway there, but hopefully, you know, I can work on my speed and time and, you know, form so I'm not falling off my bike. And then a 5K at the end. So I've got that to work on. I'm really excited, and I have that as a goal to be able to run that next year. Anyway, this video is freaking long. I apologize. If you've stuck with me that long, you are amazing, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk at you next week. Bye.